Why are we here?
So, you know all those female problems I've been having, the cramps, the heavy bleeding?
Yeah.
They're caused by a large fibroid tumor on my uterus.
A tumor?
I'm afraid Jill's going to need a hysterectomy.
You're just talking about a partial hysterectomy, right? Not a total?
There is a total rectomy?
Take my ovaries, then that's going to throw me into early menopause. I'm not ready for hot flashes and mood swings. I know you're not.
Jill, at this point, I see no reason that I'd have to take your ovaries.
Are you ready, Mrs. Taylor?
No.
Yeah, you are. You'll be fine. After 9 o'clock, you'll be out good as new. You will, honey.
Love you.
I love you, honey. I'll be waiting for you right here. The doctor said this procedure was an hour and a half. We're going into 2 hours and 47 minutes now.
Well, I wouldn't be alarmed. Surgeries are often delayed.
That's it.
Give me some more chromic.
But we got a problem here. Her vitals are all over the place. She's going into shock. Why don't you just sit down and have a cup of coffee?
Guess I'm going crazy, and I still don't know what's going on with my wife.
Well, we're all concerned, Mr. Wong.
Do I look like Mr. Wong to you? I'm Mr. Taylor. Sorry, this waiting is just driving me crazy.
Oh, and I understand. When my husband Harold went in for surgery, they said it was only going to take 3 hours.
How long did it eventually take?
15 hours.
Oof.
Oh, but that included the autopsy.
I feel a lot better now, thank you. Hey,
Ooh, sorry, Tim.
hey, what's going on? It's been 3 hours. Tell me what's
She
happening.
had a few complications.
What do you mean complications?
She had an allergic reaction to the antibiotic, and she went into shock.
She's in shock?
Oh, no, she's going to be just fine. We were able to stabilize her. There's no reason for concern.
So she's okay then?
Yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately, I did find dermoid cysts twisting her ovaries. Now, the cysts themselves are benign, but I'm afraid I had to remove her ovaries.
Well, so she had a total hysterectomy?
Sorry. I just didn't have any choice.
Oh, boy. What was her reaction when she found out?
Well, she doesn't know yet.
Oh, boy. Do we have to tell her?
I think we do. I'll stop in and talk to her when she's out of recovery in her regular room.
Right.
You okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Mr. Taylor,
Yeah.
your wife's out of surgery and the doctor will be out to talk to you in a few minutes.
Hey, boys, it's Dad. Mom is A-okay. When you get home from school, I want you to give her a call. Tell her that you love her or something like that, but make her think it was your idea. Make sure you erase this message. Gotta go by.
Look who's back.
Hey. How you feeling?
Like hell.
You wouldn't know to look at you.
I'm sure.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, stand back. I've seen tool time. Have you seen the doctor?
Yeah, briefly.
What did he say?
He was going to talk to you as soon as you got back to her room. Where is the doctor?
He's delivering a baby, but he'll be here as soon as he's done. Can I have some water, please? Not just yet, but I'll get you some ice you can chew on. How did the surgery go? Did it go exactly as planned?
How long can it take to deliver a darn baby?
He took my ovaries?
He said there was no choice, honey.
Oh, God. I have cancer.
No. You have twisted sisters.
What is that? What, you just mean twisted cysts?
Cysts, yes. And they're benign, so everything is good.
I can't believe it. He took everything. I'm gutted like a fish.
No, we don't look at it that way. You did surgery, you had your radiator flushed. You're going to be running cool now.
I'm not a car, Tim. I'm only 42 years old. I'm going to go through menopause 10 years before I'm supposed to.
You started early, you know. The early bird catches the worm. Honey. It's hard to tell what flavor this Jell-O is. It's either lime or guacamole.
Honey, can you get me that laptop? I got to start working on the thesis.
Honey, you just had surgery yesterday. You sure this is a good idea?
I don't have a choice. It's due. Oh.
I'll get you the tray.
Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hope it's not a bad time.
Not at all. Not at all.
I brought you these.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
And I brought you these.
Al.
What does he think this is, a grand opening?
Balloons really cheered up my mother when she had her hysterectomy.
Please, God, take me now.
When did your mom have a hysterectomy?
Well, she was in her mid-50s, and she did not react well to the change. But with the help of hormonal supplements, she bounced right back.
Put a heck of a dent in the Earth's crust. I'll go find a vase for the flowers.
Yeah, you know, taking estrogen, really helped Mother's hot flashes and her mood swings, and the side effects were minimal. I mean, some irritability and minor bloating. Oh, here, I'll get that.
Well, you look great, Jill. It's hard to believe you just went through major surgery,
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, for God's sake, put the coat back on. I can't believe I have to look at this perfect young fertile body while I'm laying up here like a dried up old prune.
Now, my Aunt Martha, she didn't take the hormones, and she grew a goatee. On both her chins.
Not a jury in the land would convict me.
Hey, honey, good news. Got another visitor.
And we can stay all day.
At least the bear doesn't talk.
Get well soon. Get well soon.
Welcome home.
Oh, I'm so glad to be home. Feels like it's been about a month.
Yeah, it's because it took us a month to get home from the hospital. Dad, did you have to drive 2 miles an hour?
Your mom just had major surgery. I was being cautious.
I always wondered what it would take. Thanks. What, you brought the spit things back from the hospital?
They expect you to take something. It's like when you go to a hotel, you take the little soaps and the bedroom furniture.
Who are you talking to? Mom, what are you doing here?
Well, when Tim told me you had surgery, there was no way I was going to stay at home.
I'm so glad you're here. Why didn't you tell me she was coming?
I wanted to surprise you.
You are so incredibly sweet.
Yes, I am.
And so are my boys. God. Mom, you know that the second that they got home from school, they called the hospital to tell me that they love me. Have you ever heard of such caring and sensitive teenagers?
Yeah, as soon as we walked in the door, it was like there was this voice saying, call your mom.
Why don't you two caring, sensitive teens take your mom's stuff up to her room?
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Okay, sweetie, now come over here and sit down and talk to me. are you feeling?
Better.
Well, now you just don't push it. You have to take it easy and give yourself time to recover.
Mom, I don't have time to take it easy. I gotta finish my thesis. Tim, can you find my book bag over there somewhere?
Hey, I've got great news on that front. If you liked me before, you're gonna love me now. I've got you an extension on your thesis.
You what?
Yeah. Talked to your advisor, told him about your hysterectomy, and gave you an extra week.
You what?
I'm not feeling the love.
You told him? I can't believe it. I'm so... Tim, if I'd wanted my advisor to know about the hysterectomy, I would have told him. How could you do this to me?
Well, honey, don't bite.
Mother, please? I don't need him to get me an extension. I don't need Wilson to tell me about menopause on the Mayflower. I don't need Heidi flaunting her perfect boobs in my face. And I most especially don't need Al comparing me to his bearded aunt. God!
Let the mood swings begin.
Hi.
I brought you a surprise.
Oh, Mom. You made your special bread pudding.
Well, when you were a little girl, it always made you feel better.
Oh, bread pudding's so good. What was that secret ingredient you used?
Bread.
Hey, thought maybe you'd like some cold milk to go with your bread pudding.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Sounds like she's feeling better.
Mama's home cooking works every time.
Bah. This is whole milk. What, are you trying to kill me?
No, but I could see how you could think that way.
This is full of fat and calories.
It's no worse than your mother's bread pudding.
Damn. How could you let her make this for me? I'm just like a pound of butter in here and a dozen eggs. If it doesn't give me a heart attack, it's going to turn me into a big old fat sow. Is it hot in here?
I don't think so.
God, it's hot. It's hot. I'm sweating. God, why is that window closed?
Well, it's a little thing we call winter, honey. Honey, maybe this is just one of those hot flashes.
I am not having a hot flash.
No.
It is too soon for hot flashes.
Well, didn't your doctor say if you took some of that estrogen, it would help these hot flashes and mood swings?
Oh, so now you think I'm having a mood swing?
I think whatever you're thinking.
Tim, don't patronize me, okay? I am not going to take estrogen until I've had a chance to research it. I can't research it until I finish my thesis, and I can't finish my thesis because I'm so hot. Why can't you understand that?
I don't know. We're gonna go back up to her bedroom. Better put on your mucklucks.
Still having a hot flash?
I guess that's what it is. She wants to go to the store, get some low-fat milk.
Well, just hang in there. Things will get better.
I hope so. I wonder if I'm gonna make it through menopause.
You're doing a great job, Tim. A lot better than my husband.
Ooh, I bet the Colonel had a problem with this.
When I went through the change, he slipped a card under my door that read, "Get well" on the double.
Betsy Moo.
Well, the Colonel was even worse when my mother went through it. She was living with us at the time. He walked in one day, saw her having a hot flash, did an about-face, and volunteered to fight in the Korean War. I didn't see him again until 1957.
Well, didn't the Korean War end in 53?
Yes. Oh, hi, honey.
Hi. Where's Tim?
He went out to get you some low-fat milk.
Low-fat milk. Great.
Well, that's what he thought you wanted.
No, Mom, I gotta get this calcium-fortified stuff. It's supposed to be good to prevent osteoporosis. Just wish that he'd asked me before he went out.
Well, now, Jill, honey, listen to yourself. Ever since the surgery, you've been blaming Tim for everything.
That is not true, Mom.
Well, yes, it is. Now, he tried to make things easier for you at school, and you yelled at him, and he waits on you hand and foot, and you yell at him for that, too.
Mom, look, I just came down here to get a cold drink. I don't need a lecture.
Well, this is not a lecture. This is advice that you shouldn't interrupt until I'm finished.
Well, you're going to have to finish it without me because I have to work on my thesis.
Oh, that'll solve everything. Then what are you going to hide behind when you're done with that? Jill, honey, I know you weren't expecting to have a hysterectomy at your age, and I know it must be very hard. But you've got to stop taking your anger out on other people and deal with your loss.
I am dealing with my loss, Mom. This is the way I am dealing with my loss. I'm sorry. I am very angry. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this empty way I feel. I hate the way I look to myself now. I hate that doctor for doing this to me. I hate my body. I hate myself. I hate everybody and everything.
Oh, honey, honey.
I feel so old and useless.
I felt exactly the same way when I went through menopause.
Did?
Yes. I remember being around all those young women and seeing how all the men looked at them, and I felt like I couldn't turn a head if my hair was on fire.
Well,
I thought because my body had changed, I was less of a woman.
what did you do?
Well, one day I sat down and looked in the mirror, and I took stock of myself. And I realized I had my looks, my health, my brains, 4 beautiful daughters, and the best part is no PMS.
Or periods.
Or cramps.
That's true. I never knew that it was so rough on you.
Well, every woman has a rough time. And you know, in my day, we didn't talk about it so easily. The only thing we shared were recipes.
Well, I can't do that. Nobody wants mine.
Oh, that's not true.
Mom, after you went through menopause, did Dad still find you
Desirable.
Yeah.
You betcha.
really? Well, what about you? I mean, did you still have the same?
Same drive.
Yeah.
Actually, even more so. I remember one night he came home from 3 months on maneuvers, and we went up to the bedroom, and I was just a wild...
That's okay, Mom. Thank you. That's good.
He saluted me for a week.
Tim, is that you?
I'll go with no.
What took you so long? I wanted to talk to you.
I was at the store getting you some low-fat milk. In anticipation of your ever-changing moods, I got you variety. I got 2%, I got your 1%, I got your low-fat skims, I got your lactose-free, I got soy milk, rice milk, goat milk, and for me, milk of magnesia.
I can't believe you got 7 different kinds of milk.
That's all they had.
No, it was really sweet. Tim, come over here. I want to talk to you. I want to apologize.
Huh?
I've been really upset, and I misdirected my anger at you, and it's really not fair because you've been so attentive and caring and sweet and patient.
It's okay. You did the same for me when I got my vasectomy. But you're the one that made me get it.
I didn't make you get it. I strongly urged you to get it. And once you knew that it wasn't going to make you any less of a man or that I wasn't going to look at you any differently, you were okay with it.
Yeah, I was.
What about me?
Of course you're okay with it. You're the one that made me do it.
No, I mean, what about, me with my situation now? I mean, are you going to want to spend the rest of your days with a hollowed-out old pumpkin?
Sure.
Are you going to still find me desirable?
I didn't marry you because of your uterus and your ovaries. I married you because of what's inside.
You know what? I'm going to take that extension that you got for me.
Good.
I love you.
I love you, too. When do you suppose you and I'd be able to...
No, honey, I think it's going to be a while before we can have sex.
No, I mean, turn the thermostat up a little bit. It's interesting here, honey. Turns out that humans aren't the only mammals to go through menopause. You're in great company.
Who else?
Whales and elephants.
You're now comparing me to large, gray, blubbery animals?
In a good way. I mean, they're friendly, fun to ride. They make, And in the right light, I find them very sexy. I'll be in my room.